I never do these unscripted videos that like the one I'm about to do right now. I think reactionary content is obnoxious and it's a plague on YouTube that like won't go away. My most popular video right now is also one of my worst videos because it was me responding to a situation with the game's launch rather than waiting a bit. And it got a ton of views, but I'm not proud of it and I kind of regret making that video. That being said, I also think people creating videos like this do a service for some people. And let's talk about why I'm making this video in the first place. 6 Days in Fallujah launched last week at the time of recording. It's like fucking 1 a.m. I was scrolling through YouTube and I saw a video about it and I was like, oh, cool, I'll watch and see somebody else's take on it. And I was surprised because there was a lot of dick riding in the video. They were just constantly like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever played. It's amazing. It's so good. There's so much here. And that last bit is what really got to me. Hearing someone say, there's so much here, they're lying. They were lying for the sake of a video. So I clicked on some other videos and I searched 6 Days in Fallujah to see what other creators were making. And I saw titles like Best Immersive Sim Ever and Should You Buy 6 Days in Fallujah? And I can answer that question for you very simply. No, you should not buy 6 Days in Fallujah yet. Keyword there being yet. So let's talk about the game a little bit. It's like the fucking Chupacabra. It's been in development since Fallujah happened in real life in 2004. They were like, hey, we want to make a game about this. And people at the time were like, maybe it's too soon, blah, blah, blah. The IP's bounced around a bunch ownership-wise, but it's out now in early access in 2023, finally. And I got sent a copy last week, which is really cool of them. Now, I'm not big on shitting on publishers or development teams, but also I think this is a seriously egregious use, or I guess misuse of early access. Right now, 6 Days in Fallujah is charging $40, and the content that you're actually getting for those $40 is 4 missions. I'm not exaggerating. I am not underselling it. There are 4 missions currently in the game. Someone commented on my review on Steam saying that the current state of the game is basically a demo, and yeah, it's kind of hard to argue. Maybe I'm just more poor than everybody else, but spending $40 isn't something I just piss away. You got to get me drunk first. I mean, come on. I just reviewed Starship Troopers, which is a really fun game, but that game is charging $30 and only has 1 map. Now, it's a very big map, but it's 1 map, and it's just, I'm really tired of companies putting out these games that are not ready. They're just not ready. And early access is supposed to be something where you're almost there. It's early access to the finished title. It's not, hey, I threw this together in a couple days and I'm going to make the game over the next 5 years. That's not what early access is supposed to be. That's what Escape from Tarkov is. And Escape from Tarkov is bullshit. Their early access business plan, which, by the way, pro tip, if you play or plan on purchasing an early access game, above the place on Steam where you buy it, they have a little thing that you can drop down where they have to basically give their whole business plan. You know, how long is early access going to be? What are you going to add? Is the price going to change? Blah, blah, blah. I think I'm the only person that reads these things, but if you read what 6 Days in Fallujah wants to add to the game, it's pretty funny. So right now on their early access business plan, as far as their next steps go, they say that they plan to add AI teammates, more co-op missions, special operator missions, whatever that means, more nationalities, and a single player campaign. That's the game. They're planning on, over the course of early access, making the game. I can't say this enough. They are missing all of the content that is required to call yourself a game. It's a fucking demo right now. A demo with $40 early access charges. I would be surprised if you and all of your friends buy this game and you're really stretching your dollar, you might get 6-7 hours out of it. But I played 2 hours the other day, and by the time I was done, I was like, well, I guess I did it all. I played all the missions, I tried multiple roles, and there's nothing else there right now. That is it. Technically, the maps are randomly generated. They're procedurally generated, but I really don't think you're going to get a ton out of this game, man. Not in its current state, at least. And the problem is, I really like what's there. Like, the reason I'm making this video isn't just for, like, I don't care about the views for this. I'm hoping to save people some money, and I'm also hoping that maybe someone at the team at 6 Days Fallujah sees this and, like, takes their knocks and grows from it, because this game is really, really good at its core. It is super intense, like clearing through all of the rubble in these tiny little houses in the middle of Fallujah is scary, and you get shot from nowhere. And you turn on your flashlight in the middle of a building, but you can't see anything because it's dark and dusty and you can't see to the other side of the room. And then the other side of the room starts shooting back. Like, that's intense. And I've never played a game that's quite as close to what I imagine it would be like to fight in, let's say, Fallujah. But that being said, there just is not enough here right now. Like, so let's say you pick up the game and you don't have any friends that want to play it. Go figure, it's hard to convince your friends to buy a $40 game with 4 missions. So you're by yourself. You buy the game and you want to play. You have a couple options. One, you can play solo because there are no AI teammates yet. They're not in the game because, you know, it's not finished. Well, the other option is that you get to play with randoms, which, I mean, at least they have a matchmaking system for that, but it's still not a good option. There's a lot of problems that I see with what's going on with the 6 Days in Fallujah roadmap, because they did release a roadmap beyond their little early access business plan. One of the things that bothers me is they plan to increase the price during early access after they add more content. That's their direct quote. We plan to increase the price of the game during early access after we add more content. So not even when the game's done during early access, they're going to raise the price. Motherfuckers, you're charging $40 and you don't even have a game yet. What do you mean after you add more content, you're going to increase the price? You shouldn't change the price a cent until there's, you know, a game here. In their early access, or sorry, in their roadmap. So for the next 12 months, the next year, to summarize, they are basically adding nighttime missions, which cool. Some weather effects, 2 more co-op missions, so 6 total, and 2 campaign missions in the next year. That's what you can look forward to in the next year. Also AI teammates. That's it. So you're paying $40, and if you wait, you're going to be paying $50 or $60. I don't know what they're going to raise the price to. During early access, you're paying that money for 6 missions to play with your friends and 2 campaign missions. And then beyond that, they're planning on adding more co-op and story campaign missions. But that's post a year of early access, and that's what you're getting is 2 more missions with your friends and AI teammates with a campaign mission. That's fucking bonkers to me. That is not okay. And I'm sick of these companies abusing early access, because then people are like, oh, I hate all these early access games that aren't finished and they're never enough. Yeah, this is the problem. I don't understand why something like this is allowed, because it's not ready. This should not be sold for money. This should be a fucking demo that you play and then get hyped for the release in a year. I realize I'm kind of ranting here, but that's kind of the point of this video. It kills me because they're shooting themselves in the foot. They're going to get all these negative reviews from people that buy the game and are wondering, you know, where's the content? So they're going to give it a negative review, and then it's going to be this weird thing where they have like a mixed rating on Steam, and then people aren't sure. Like they're gimping themselves in the long run, and it's not going to be a good look. And it kills me because I really think that what they have here is awesome. Like there's so much about this that is cool that they got right, but it needs more time in the oven. It needs, you know, content. You can't have a game without there being game to play. Now, I'm not going to spend, 20 years talking about all the different gameplay problems I have, because there is some problems with it. The general gist of this you should get is that the core of the game, like the mechanics and everything, are there and they're fun, and I'm interested. You got my attention. I'm ready for whatever's going to be down the line. But right now, you should absolutely not be spending your money on this unless you really want to give these devs some money to get them along towards that, the ephemeral years from now when this game is actually done. If you've watched this far into the video, I appreciate you. I'm literally just going to throw this over clips of me playing the game from the other night with some music underneath it, so I'm not talking over my own VOD. There's going to be it's going to be a low effort video, but I wanted to get this out there because it bothers me to hell and back again when people just do not tell the truth about stuff like this. And there's a lot of people making content right now that are going bonkers for this without the very important caveat of saying this game is so far from done. I don't know how people are just skipping over it. I don't know how you can sleep at night knowing that you're intentionally making content so that people are going to go buy the game, go spend $40, and they're going to be shit out of luck. So yeah, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. I usually try to put in quite a bit more effort and you know, script out the content so it's not just me sitting here rambling to myself for 20 minutes. So by all means, subscribe if you like anything I had to say in this. I'm never going to bullshit you. Even when, you know, I get sent a really cool high-profile game like this one, I'm not going to lie to you. That's all I got for you. Do with this information what you will. Please don't shit on the devs. I think that the devs are probably not the ones responsible for this. I don't know what Victoria has done as a publisher, or I don't know what's going on with that. But 9 times out of 10 with games like this and with this releasing into early access shit before it's ready, it's usually the publisher. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. All that shit helps push my videos to new people. And I'll catch you in the next one.